Hello everyone, welcome back to Club StarVox. As promised, I'm about to start a new playthrough on the channel of Road to Vostok. I've done this before, and I currently have a game in progress. I'm going to hit load game to get into where I am right now. As promised, I'm going to be starting the file that I currently have. Oh my god, the light flickering thing is back. I don't know why, but the shadows flicker when I move the camera and shortly after I stop moving the camera. I've changed like all of my game settings and stuff like that, and it still happens. I don't know why. But I see that it's not a thing for other users, so I'm not sure why it's happening to me. I have to assume it's my configuration. I've definitely updated my NVIDIA driver, so I don't know what's going on with that. If I turn off all the lights, as you can see, there won't be any light shadows. It's specifically the light shadows, like the shadows created by the lights being on. So it's a little dark. Of course, I can still see. Hopefully you can still see clearly as well. But the flickering goes away, and it's much better for my mental health. But like I said, I'm going to be doing this little Let's Play series until Early Access comes out. Just running my current game until I die. I'm going to go map by map. In this video, we're just going to explore the village and take a look at what's out there, and trying to get some more stuff in preparation to go to the Minefield and then to the apartments maps. And then in the next video, I'll be going to the Minefield. The video after that, going to the apartments. And then if I survive those videos, I'm just going to keep going to the apartments. I'll keep making trips out there until I lose my life and I have to start fresh again, and then from that point I'll start a brand new game. So as it is, this is my hideout. This is my little cabin. I've tried not to clutter it too much, but I have a bunch of stuff. It could be much worse. I've gotten rid of a lot. It's not so bad right now. I only have what furniture that I could comfortably cram into this space without you know, lining the walls with medical cabinets and shelves and stuff like that. Just what I've got so far, in a way that's, at least to me, not overcrowded. But I've got some provisions. I've got some fish in the fridge. You know, that's always a good idea. Keep a nice perch and a roach in the fridge with the beer and the juice. Some dry goods and canned goods and stuff like that. Got my coffee master, a little happy stove, and matches. Oh my gosh. I was so paranoid about not having matches at the beginning of this game that I've just sort of started stockpiling them. But I have not even come close to running out yet, and I don't think it's really going to be a danger. So what do I have on me right now? I've got the AK with the ACOG on top, and the Glock. Oh, I've also got it suppressed too, the AK, so that's always fun. It's a good idea to have, not necessarily in this map, but certainly in the next two, in the Minefield and in the apartments, to have long-range optics to be able to deal with targets really far away before they can see you, or at least while you can stay inside cover and hide while you shoot them, because, man, those guys can be so dangerous. But in the village, not as huge a deal. So what I might do is, let's see here, yeah, my weapons are in this box right here. I've got an RK-95 with a little Cobra sight on top. That's much more manageable for this area, so how about I swap it out? I'll stick these two magazines in here, and put this, oh yeah, it's not gonna fit, so I'll put that right there, put these two magazines in my inventory. This thing fires 7.62 by 39, just like the AKM does, so that's great. I'll just keep my bullets that I have in here on me. I'm carrying one SOS medkit, 9 cold medicines, 1 splint, 3 bandages. That's just what I happen to have on hand from the last time, and of course, whatever provisions that I managed to get my hands on. So before I go out, I will eat some peaches, get my energy and hydration back up, and of course it'll also help my mental health when I eat as well. So let's just do that really quickly. Consume the pineapple. Wonderful. And we're back up. Pull this out. I don't really have to worry about checking the chamber or anything, because this is not SPT, and I just have to remind myself sometimes. So here we go. I've got it on winter right now, and of course it's late at night, so that's always fun. Do I have a clock on me? I don't, so I don't know the exact time. But there's the moon. Usually in the course of one trip out, the sun will rise if it's nighttime, so hopefully it won't be dark for this entire, you know, session, which it definitely will not be. But if you're not familiar with the final demo here in Road to Vostok, the village map has changed significantly from what you may remember. So the versions of this game before what we're playing right now used to be a lot different. The arrangement is much different. I'm pretty sure this version of the map is very much larger. most of the structures and most of the things that you can find are still out here. They're just in different places. It's been sort of like rotated counterclockwise, I guess you could say. And some things have been spread out. And that's pretty much about it. You can fish, of course. If you take the fishing rod, you can go over to the water and you can fish now. I enjoy doing that. I don't really have a need to at the moment. There's actually a task for Generalist, who is the only trader available in this demo, and he's here in the village. There's a task for him to fish. You can give him some fish and then you can complete a task. I've already done that. I think I've actually completed all of his tasks by now. Oh no, I'm actually still looking for battery cables. Yeah. To complete the very last task. I have the inverter, I have the battery, I have whatever else it was that I need to give him. I just need those battery cables and then I'll be good to go. My strategy, because the AI can be so dangerous, even at like the lowest level here in the village. Oh wow, there's a duffel and a bucket up on the range hood or whatever that is. And a book too. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Wow, I turn on the recording and something strange happens right away. Yes, my strategy is to just sort of go house by house in this nice advantage. This way that I've already started. I'm gonna go around the village, end up at Generalist's house, that long building that you used to start out in. Like, you used to start out in the attic of the long building that Generalist is in. And then I'll come all the way back around to my cabin from there, because that's actually one of the safest places to be. If you go towards the water, just follow the shore from that long building. It's usually out of the way of any other bots. And even if they take pot shots at me, they'll generally miss. I've actually taken fire at the door of the cabin on my way back. Never leaving it, but on my way back. And I have to assume that's because the bots spawn, all 10 of them, as I like leave the cabin, and they start their patrols, and they're moving in directions that just, you know, I guess don't put them where they can see me leave, which is good, because I never want to die right away. And I probably won't die, you know, no need to catastrophize. We're just gonna have a good time. I'm gonna pick up all the ammunition that I find. Wow, there's a battery. That's valuable. I think I have 2 of them. Ooh, a PU scope. PU scoop? No. No. Great, I have a full stack of 7.62 now. And I'll put this down there. So if I find a Mosin, that'll be nice to have. Matches, why not? I'll take more matches. There's a lot of duffel bags so far. I never really find awesome loot here in the village. It's always, I think, possible to find really good loot. Like, but you know what? I'm not sure. I used to be able to find high-end medical kits like the AFAC and stuff like that. But I really haven't recently, so who knows what the loot table is for this right now. I certainly don't. Not for sure, anyway. I just know what I've found. In general, I try... Oh, there's some beer. I try to keep my ears open and listen for any activity, because the bots now speak. So, why wouldn't it just stack that? Why didn't it stack that? When they're just idling and patrolling around, the bots will say little voice lines. And as long as I can hear it, it gives me a little bit of a leg up, because when they speak calmly, they don't know where I am. But if they have any idea that I'm around and they suspect me, they're going to be like shouting and sound angry and move directly toward me. If not, just like stay in cover and shoot me from wherever they spotted me from. Nothing in here. Let's go back out. Alright, on to the next. Nothing so far. And, oh my god. Spoke way too soon. Didn't even have my weapon up. But I got him there. They have these really long, extended death sounds now. And they sort of wiggle around a bit, too. Give me that. He's gonna experience his death throes for several seconds. Even, like, gurgling and burbling while he gasps. And then he'll finally die. I can't remember... Wow. I found the gun desk. I can't remember if injury decals popped up on these guys before, but they are definitely visible now. So wherever you shoot them, there's going to be a little bloody bullet hole. Which is, of course, immersive. It's always good. I'm not going to pick up everything, because there's not really a whole lot I need to buy right now. I'm just going to pick up the valuable stuff like guns and things and cigar boxes and whatnot, to be able to exchange for things like medical items. So any bandages I can get. Maybe some weapon stuff if I find something I particularly like. But it's going to be easy to fill up my inventory pretty quick. And I'll just not have any space for anything. Ooh, that's a good one. Not extra valuable, but still nice. The soundtrack is cool. I like how ambient it is. It seems more audible now than it used to be somehow. I don't necessarily know if that's the case, but I definitely don't remember it being so, like, present before. And of course, if I want to know that for real, I can check back and see some of the videos I've made previously, but for some of those videos I did just deactivate the music altogether, so it just wouldn't have even been present. And of course, also in previous versions there wasn't any music at all. It's a new feature here. Wow, found some cold meds. Let's check the pause menu real quick. And it does pause, as you can see up here at the beginning, if you hit escape to check out the options and stuff like that. Let me reduce the music volume a little bit, because while I like it, I don't want it to prevent me from hearing anything that I need to hear. So that was one bot down. There's going to be 9 more roaming around this map. I've never seen any language talking about how the bots respawn. And in the tutorial section, if you play that, which I will be covering pretty soon, the game itself states that there isn't going to be any more danger after eliminating those 10 bots that spawn, so that's all good. If I can manage to survive fighting 10 of these guys, I'll be good to go. Gotta watch my arm stamina. If I keep that gun up too long, I'm gonna run all the way out of it. Anything in here? No? Probably nothing in here, just some trash. I don't usually like to go this way. There's a lot of open ground to cross in that direction. Not always dangerous, but I feel like it's safer to come back out the back of the house where I came in at, and then go this direction. And then kind of cycle that away. Always have the gun up when entering a house. Always, always. Won't be making that mistake again, will I? There are more bodies laying around. Sometimes they freak me out because I spot the feet and I'm like, what the hell? But why would why would active NPCs be lying on the ground, right? It's not something I actually have to worry about. Oh, see that? There's a guy just ran towards the building in that direction. But I can't see in there effectively. My flashlight doesn't cast light far enough. Aha! Oh! He shot me. It's really hard to get back on target after getting hit. So, reload. I actually took some significant damage. I'm down to 43 health. I used up all my arm stamina too, so let's use a bandage. 63, there we go. Just swallow a bunch of cold medication. Not worried about overdosing here because that's not how the game works. It doesn't even seem to contribute to mental health at all. I can just down a bunch of cold medicine. No consequence. It raises my health by 5, right? Yep, 5 health. This will bring me back up to 83, and I'll just do one more for good measure. Why not? 88, that's good. Let me load this magazine. If you're not familiar with the new magazine system, you do have to manage your mags now. It's not bad. It's a bit like Tarkov. Doesn't take forever, you know, to like load magazines. You're not going to be sitting there for a really long time waiting for a magazine to fill up, which is completely necessary. E-powder, energy powder. It does cut hydration and mental, by 10 each, so I don't really like using those. Oh, bucket, boots, jacket, harmonica. Harmonica's worth 780. That's a valuable item. Get some more bullets. Gonna have to eat and drink some of my stuff pretty soon to save up on space. To free up space, anyway. Won't necessarily be saving space. What else is in this house? That's the way out. Here's the disgusting bathroom. And the bathroom storage closet? I don't know, it's like a shower room, I guess. It's still tiled. I'm not familiar enough with rustic Finnish homes to know what I'm looking at. Even after, wow, playing this for so long. Let's see here. Another magazine for that. Rest my arms. Check out here real quick, see if I can aggro anybody by them spotting me. Maybe I can get somebody to give away their position, but maybe not. Still, it would make me feel better to go out the back of the house. Then I can run over here. Since the sprint isn't really all that fast, and he kind of has to, like, start up, it takes, like, a bit of time. Because, like, if I hold sprint, it takes him just a moment to actually get sprinting, so it's not really safe. There's no darting around in this game. You kind of just want to always be in motion. Oh, he's got the Mosin, but I don't have space for it, as I am. It would take... Can I fit it? No, it's going to take 2 spaces more. Let's see here. If I do... There we go. There we go. 27%, but the weapon condition doesn't really seem to matter because I don't think it deteriorates as I use it still. I think it translates to value, though. And you know what? I can't really remember it because I haven't been checking for that specifically. I just dump whatever weapons I've got. Can I... Yes, I'm just going to drag that on there real quick. Okay. Be nice to find a helmet. Super rare to find a helmet for me out here. Did I already check his body? Yeah, there's nothing. Let me raise my body temp a little bit while I'm not getting shot at. I don't know for sure if bushes and foliage occlude me from the sight of other bots. I would like to assume that it does, just to make myself feel better, but you know. Let's see, can I get up to like 85 body temp? There we go, okay. I don't really think there's anything else in this direction. Yeah, you can see like the tape, sort of, that like dark line that's at the top of the ridge there. That blocks off the edge of the map. There's nothing beyond there. Just go over here. There's still a handful of bots left, so I need to be careful. It's a good idea to just listen sometimes. Sit in the doorway and check it out. Check the medicine cabinet. Yeah, nothing. A couple of regular cabinets, nothing. There's a magazine. May as well. The more you get, the more value does stack up, even if you have to deal with the maximum tax that's in place before you complete tasks for the generalist. It's definitely worth it to loot some of the bulkier items that don't have as much value, like the jackets and the things like that. You can generally leave because you'll probably find stuff that's worth more and takes up less space as you go. Let me just eat this right now. I'm gonna eat it straight out of the drawer. Oh my god. The worst fear is happening. My arm stamina is completely shot. I could barely hear him say that, but he said an audio line out there. He's out in this direction. You see him? He's barely visible out there. Let's see here. Is this loaded at all? It does. It has 2 rounds in it. Maybe I can use the scope and Hit him. Nope. Oh, I missed. Okay, stop. Let's switch back over. Because I bungled it. It's gonna be too far away for me to effectively see now. I can't see him at all. There's like no camera zoom, so I can't help myself. Somehow he was managing to shoot at me. Don't know how he was able to see me so well. I would have to assume it was because of my flashlight. I don't necessarily know if it's that immersive in that way, but that's what I'm gonna tell myself. Oh, the guitar. That's worth a lot of money. Definitely can't fit that in my inventory right now. If I remember it's there, I can come back for it, but as it is, I'm kind of full. My bag is stuffed. How's my flashlight doing? 36%. Not doing great. Not fantastic. Not amazing. Can check out the kitchen. Fridge. Got these cabinets. Sometimes you find some really good stuff in cabinets, or at least a bunch of things. Maybe not this time though. Was that matches? Yeah, like right in the doorway. Right at the floor. Anything else in here? Trash. Hiking pants. It's a good idea to take a look at the floors, because sometimes weapons spawned on the floor. In the past for me. Not always. Don't know how often that's going to happen. There's a treehouse. The fuse box used to have more stuff than it does now, I'll tell you that. Very rarely do the fuse boxes have anything for me now. Alright. Let's just make my way over here. The ambient sounds make me feel like I'm hearing footsteps in like the woods, but it's just I don't know. The ambient sound effects. It's like things falling out of the trees and hitting the ground or something, I don't know. I hate the terror of wondering if any bots are just hiding, being rats in these buildings, because what happens? Took another shot. No idea where that guy is. You can see my hydration's falling. It's at 46% now. Okay, check the cabinets. Got some more ammo. Melatonin. It's not useful and not worth very much. So I'll leave it for now. Whoops. I really do wish that the doors would open in the direction that you activate them. So outward from, like, myself, as opposed to always inward or whichever direction they're programmed to. Because it just bumps me and moves me out of the way. Guess I could check the nightstands. Nothing. Nothing and nothing. Check these cabinets. Check the kitchen. Another Makarov. PBS. Got some beer. Snooze. What's up here? What's up here? What's up here? Nothing. Okay. That's just about everything here. Oh my god. I think I saw his muzzle flash that time. But that's it. It's not effective fire, but it's accurate fire. He's at least hitting the building that I'm in. I do wish that there was a bit of an adjustment to bullet travel. So, more feedback on bullets passing and striking surfaces nearby, stuff like that. So that I could tell how close he is to hitting me. I don't know if I'm going to be safe to do this, but I'm going for it. I'm just going for it. Here we go. Gonna run over here. my light. Weapon up, look around real fast, close the door. Yep, seems good so far. Don't kill me, game. I'm just walking around, I'm just looting stuff, don't worry about me. I'll light a candle. Doesn't really help. Candle doesn't produce all that much light. Hydration's falling. Let me eat some peaches. And do I have a beer? Yes, I do. Let's go ahead and drink the beer. A huge boost to my mental health. Man, that beer really hit the spot, didn't it? Let's see, I got some cabinets on the floor, a wooden crate. Hey, a cobra sight. That's always fun. Give me that. Inventory is full. If I find anything of value now, I'm gonna have to swap it out, but... Oh my gosh, of course I say that, and there's an SOS medical kit right there on the ground. Some more 9x19. I'll take that. What about the freezer? Anything in there? Nope. Cabinet. Nothing, nothing. Tuna. Nope. Fridge, stove, nothing. Nothing on the range hood. The SOS kit. Sheesh. Well, you know what I could do? I could just come back here. So let me remember that that is there. Obviously all the loot and everything that's on the ground is going to be persistent while I'm out here. I don't think any of it resets until I enter my hideout and come back. Let me check the outbuilding, whatever this is. It's like a log storage. Store my wood. Cat food. Delicious. Anything on the floor? Nope. Just a corpse. And for some reason he's carrying a jerry can, pants, 5 bullets, and a children's book. You can only wonder what he was getting up to before he died. Or why he was killed. Nothing. Nothing, nothing. So, I do still hugely appreciate, oh my god, how well this game performs on my 2060 system. You can see up in the top left the frame rate. Even while I record, it's wonderful. The game is very smooth. I have to assume that guy was shooting at me from over here. This here is the generalist's building. Kind of a tough word to say quickly. There's a fire I can light on that side. It's all just very exposed. This is the building where you used to start, up in the attic. Its orientation was different, it was in a different place. It may turn out that there's going to be that old shelter available in the early access version, but it is not currently available. What are these, by the way? Is this just like a little portable storage thing? There's a little hole. Seems pretty well situated for something. There's like wood there? Is it just like wood storage maybe for fires? I really don't know. Just like a little house. There used to be that stairway that you could take up, and there's the door and everything, and you could get into the old shelter. Not now. It's just all boarded off, and there's this little walk up. Doesn't do anything. Over there is a campsite. There are 3 tents and a fire to light. On this side of the building, there's a corpse and this crate. But nothing for me today. And I've come all the way around now. Here's the shore. If I was to follow the shore in that direction, right along there, just keep going this way. You can sort of see it in the distance. There's the cabin, my shelter where I started today. Start the fire. The tents sometimes have really good stuff, but they've got nothing today. Wow. A of course, that'll reset if I go in and out of my shelter. But when I make it here, I usually feel pretty good. I'm like, oh man, I survived. Been safe this whole time. But there can still be bots roaming around out there in the woods and also in that direction. And they're just sort of like sneaking around with their spooky robotic walk. And when they spot me, they can put fire directly on me. And it's really terrifying. Wow, he's got an inverter on him. And that as well. Can I just fit these? Yeah, I can. Okay, let me go see the generalist. I'll come get this corpse again. I'll go get the SOS medical kit that I spotted. Just have to offload some of the things that I have. Without dying. It's kind of funny how, I mean, it's obviously just for the purposes of the demo, but out there in the water, you can see that there's still that like boundary tape that's up all the way around the map. So you gotta wonder, who went out there and put that there? Somebody was very diligent about keeping this. I suppose in the lore it would have to be the military, wouldn't it? It's all cordoned off. You can check the van. There's sometimes stuff in the van, and also in these individual garages. Because I've got the shelves in here. There's behind these things. There can be stuff that spawns. These stacks of lumber, I guess. Cut wood. Garbage. Oh, there's some pea soup in there. It's not bad. Let's just eat the trash soup. The trash pea soup. And also the trash tuna is there. If you're really interested in that. The cans have 5 euros of value. It's really not much. Not worth it to carry a bunch of cans around. I suppose if you were really hard up for cash in an extreme scenario, you could do that. Because cans are pretty plentiful. You could find a bunch of them, but with the tax that the generalist has, I don't think it'd be worth it to have. Another one. Wow. That's 3 things to remember. Oh my gosh. Is there... Nope, that's it. Okay. So I've checked everything now. I'm gonna go into the generalist's shop. Whatever this is. This cozy little space that he has all to himself. That for some reason, by the way, is not warm enough to replenish my body heat. Obviously, he's just standing around in here all the time. I don't see a space heater or anything. There's no, like, fire source. I can light a candle and I can turn the radio on. But my body temperature is going down all the time in here still, so it's like, what? Aren't you freezing to death, Mr. Generalist? What you got? Just a minute until he resupplies, too. Let's see here. Table, fridge, curtain, stools, gloves. He's got a bandage. 180. It's like 345. There we go. That's fine. I'll do that. Don't really need the juice or the food or anything like that. Get 40 seconds until he resupplies. Let me show you my progress on the tasks. I've done them all except for this one. I have the battery, the inverter, the jerry can. Just need the cables. I don't know why. I can't find any cables. It's been raid after raid and none have spawned for me whatsoever. I'm gonna get the night vision goggles for that one. I've done all the rest of them. Tax is down to 20%. Just gotta find those battery cables. I have to assume that maybe they'll be more plentiful in the apartments map. Because if I'm not finding them here, I have to find them someplace, right? We'll find out. Resupply. The Pew scope has got another bed. Why would I need that though? Potatoes. Oh, a lamp. 2 of them. Yeah, let me get both of those because mine is about to fail. And let's see here. The scope, no. I guess I could get another shelf. Why not? Don't need another PU scope. He's got 2 of them. Oh, there's a 3rd lamp. I didn't even notice that the first time. Cool. I'll get his cold meds since I'm here. And I guess that's really it that I want from him. because I don't really need anything else. 906 value. Let's put these things up. That's a pretty good trade. Great. That really didn't free up much space, did it? No, it did not. I could just waste a bunch of stuff. Let's come over here and guess I'll use the snooze. And my hydration's lowest, so let's see, pears give me some hydration. We're doing a lot of Tetrising here. I could just like give away these weapons, but I don't know, it's pretty much the only way to deal with it. It's just to like drop stuff. And if I run back over to my shelter and just drop them on the floor, you know, the items that I'm still here for won't be there when I get back. So that's always a problem in general. Cold meds, I'll use these because I'm not at full health yet. I can use another one after this. 93, use the other one. Get me up to 98. Meat, salty licorice. Got the Cobra sight. There's that battery there. But, oh, that's not even, that wasn't even stacked. Why wasn't that stacked? Let's see here. Got matches. I don't really need the matches, I guess. I could just put the matches down. Let's see here. Place. Yeah, there we go. Just like so. Got some cigs. Got some snooze. Got some beer still. Meatballs, juice, crackers. Ammunition. I managed to get... Man, I can't believe I actually found so much more 7.62. That's useful in general. But as you can see, I don't really spend a whole lot of time just holding the trigger down, so I'm not using ammunition as quickly as I could potentially be. Okay, now I can fit that other SOS kit, but I found 2 of them. How long until you restock? 7 minutes. Sheesh. Well... I guess I could get another cupboard. How much is that worth? 330? How much is this worth? 333, wow. Fine. That'll do, that'll do. Just to make some space. Got too much stuff, you know? Alright, I'll save that. Let's go back to the house where the SOS kit was. Keeping in mind that there's still bots out there somewhere. Being spooky. Waiting to try and kill me. Maybe entered back into this house while I wasn't looking. Probably not. Grab it. Okay. Nothing else I missed, right? Nothing on the floor that I forgot or didn't notice, and I'm not gonna wish that I picked up later. Okay. Cool. Was it in here? Was it this house that had the... No. Okay. I'll just go. We'll just go back this way. So far, so good. I suppose if I really wanted to, at the outset, when I spawn in, I could just try to aggro all the bots to my position by walking out in the open and shooting and just trying to dodge fire, but dodging fire, oh yeah, that's right, I have to go in here, doesn't really work out so well in this game. It's not great. It's really easy to just get shot and really badly injured and just die. There we go. Got 3 of them now. How cool is that? Let's Tetris this a bit so it's a little more organized. There we go. I suppose that'll do. Let me drink a beer. That's always good. And then I can go get the stuff off the body on the dock. I'm actually surprised I haven't taken any fire being out here. Like, I don't know, 3 times out of 5, maybe out of 6. When I come over to this area, I take a shot from this direction. I've even been pinned over by the side of the building over there, where that cement tunnel is. These like old ducts or whatever, these old pipes. I don't actually know if this is cement, I just assume. I've been pinned down over here by a guy that's come at me from this direction, like down the tracks. So I'm just afraid that they could be anywhere and everywhere. Maybe not all the time. It just is scary, and I just have a bad time with it. Okay, what did he have? That's right. He had the hollow sight, inverter, cold medicine. Cool. So now what I would typically do is just go back to my cabin, follow the shore, because I'm generally safe from being seen. I just can't be seen because I'm totally blocked by the terrain in most places along the shore from the rest of the map. They either can't spot me or don't spot me. And I can walk into the water a bit. Not very far. Just like out here. Oh, I can swim, that's right. I forgot, swimming is a thing now. There doesn't really seem like there's much reason to swim. And I would assume that it's like, yeah, it's plunging. My body temperature, it's dropping really fast. So I'm not going to want to keep that up. Frostbite is a thing, if you're not familiar with that in this version of the demo. If you are overexposed to cold, you're going to get frostbite and continually take damage until you get to a heat source. Sometimes when I come back I get shot at from here. Is it going to happen this time? No? Good. Fine. Cabin. Okay, so I got all that stuff. As you can see, I'm sort of stacking up on inverters over here, and of course batteries too. Once I find the cables I need, I can finally take this stuff over to the generalist and complete his final task. Hopefully we'll find that in one of the next videos when I go to the apartments and stuff like that, because, man, I don't want to be doing that for super long, you know what I mean? Can I, let's see here, let me right-click to rotate this direction. And then place it on the shelf. Oh, it's gonna fall down. Can I, oh, man. The collision is super wonky. If I'm just, like, really tactical about it. There we go. Doesn't make any sense because it's floating at the end, but I've got two Mosins now with the scopes on them. That's always nice. And, of course, I do have ammunition, which is here in this cabinet, for pretty much every gun. And not a small amount of it either. I have a bunch of it. I can put that there because I have a full stack of this ammunition, and in fact I could split it, but why not? Why would I do that, you know? What if I have to full auto at somebody and save my life? If you're not familiar with this part of the game, it really is just all about sort of like gathering stuff, collecting it. You can store it inside containers. I just sort of enjoy the self-made minigame of placing things on shelves and on walls and stuff like that. You don't have to do it this way. And sometimes it's even a problem because the collision fails on some items in some places and it can just fall straight through the map. However, if that does happen, you can quit the game or go to the main menu and load back in, and the items that are missing that got despawned will respawn. And there's even going to be a little tooltip about that, and they'll appear for you so you can have those again. PBS suppressor, which I think I'm keeping the gear, yeah, in this one. Got another EXPS. And I've got a bunch of ammunition. Put that in there, put that in there, that in there, that in there. Got the Cobra sight. Put that there. Got the harmonica. Where was I keeping instruments? I might already have a harmonica. Yeah, I do, in this drawer. Because I was... Oh god, even the flashlight is flickering in here. I don't know why that happens. If anyone has any idea why that's happening and maybe has a fix for that, please leave me a comment telling me what you think, because that's so annoying, and I've never been able to figure out why that's been happening since the new demo launched. The final demo. You know, this one, this version of the game right here. So I guess I could just hold on to the harmonica and sell it. next time I go out. I'm gonna swap out my Narva, which is, let's see here, it's starting to get low on batteries. I think if I find batteries, there used to be batteries as an item in the game. You could load batteries into these things and replenish their power. But I haven't found any batteries, so I don't know if that's like gonna still be a thing. I guess what I'll do is I'll just stick these fresh ones here for now. And keep them for when I need them next. I've got more snus still, I've got the cigs. Got a bunch of meatballs and beer, juice, meat, and the salty licorice, which sounds so delicious. I'm sure it's really, really tasty. So tasty that I'm gonna put it on the counter. Just set it right there. Okay. Well, that's good and all fine and all nice and all okay for now. Might as well just keep this stuff. The SOS medical kit I just keep in case I really run into a super emergency. Like if I get shot in the head, if I get ruptured, I'm gonna want to have that. Bandage, I'll put the extra bandage there. Get my splint there. The SOS kit can heal fracture. I just want to be able to have something that cures fracture all on its own without using the one thing that can cure a rupture or a head injury. And then that's all that I've got with that. This, oh god, the light. I'm saving that for when I go out to the apartments next. Because I've got the cool attachments for it. We're going to be all tactical about it and try to survive. But I'm going to make sure to take something with an ACOG on it. So that I can deal with bad guys at range. Okay. Let me just run out here. One more quick run out into the village. Just to see if I can do a little aggroing of the bots. Do some culling. See what it takes to get noticed. It does suck that this is at night. And if I go back out here and it's still dark, I'm probably going to do this actually. Oh yeah, it's like extra dark now because it's snowing. And the moon is obscured. So we're going to go back in. And I'm going to go to sleep about it. So it's random whether or not you sleep or somewhere between 4 and 8 hours. So if I go to sleep now, I will sleep somewhere between 4 and 8 hours. Past some time. I slept 4 hours. The minimum possible time that I could sleep. And I think I can do that time after time too. Nope, there's like a cooldown. So let me go back out, see if that was enough to get the sun up. And it was, okay. It's still snowing. But I can actually see now, so that's great. That's going to be fully necessary for what I'm going to do here. So, let's just run out here towards the center of the map. See who I can spot, and if I get spotted. This will be a good little test for the end of this video here. Like I said before, in the next video, I'm just going to go straight to the Minefield. Explore that a bit. There's not as much as you might expect to actually explore and check out in that map, but it's much larger than it used to be. We'll take a look around and I'll show you the safe way to go through it to get to the apartments map. Nobody in here. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that I don't get shot from behind as I run past the house, you know. But since I don't see anybody or hear anybody out here, I don't know if there's like a delay on the spawns. I don't know if the bots spawn in one at a time and then they start their patrols, or if they spawn in all at once or not. I don't even know if there's a way to discover that, because I don't know of like a debug mode. There are mods. Maybe there's a mod that's helpful for that, and I am going to make a video about the mods for this game too, the demo. So that is coming. I just wanted to get this normal vanilla stuff out of the way before I do that, because I'm pretty sure the early access version is also going to have mod support. So we're not going to lose the mods, I think, and I would imagine that they're only going to get stronger in the early access release, because obviously there'll be... Oh my god, there was that guy over there. To the right. Ow! Ugh. I really get slowed down when I'm shot, and it just sucks. Heal up. Patch my wounds a bit. Choke down some cold medicine without any water or beverage of any kind. Yeah. It can feel really clumsy in engagements because this character moves so, like, slow. The motion's kind of floaty. Did you hear that? Oh boy, he's over there to the side. Ouch. It can kind of feel like I'm just running in a dream, trying to get away. I'm like still being shot the whole time. Where'd he stop? I heard him like run up. Oh, he went like around. Should be right outside. Should be like right over here, right? Could barely hear his footsteps. In earlier versions of the demo, you couldn't even hear these guys move around at all sometimes. Like they didn't have sound effects that played or whatever for their footsteps. Maybe it was like dependent on the material that they were walking on or whatever, but it would be sometimes impossible to hear these guys move around. And that was one of the chief complaints about the demo in general. Because they would just sneak up on you and kill you. It's not fun for anybody. Even in like a hardcore sense. Just reload. Reload and repack. That brought me down to 71 health. Let me heal up a little bit more. Because you never know what'll happen. The next burst of fire could rupture me or bust my head open. I'll be in a world of hurt. So often I want to try just like playing this game like an intense action shooter. Just run around and shoot. Sometimes it works out. A lot of times I would say it just doesn't. Because this guy just doesn't really move like you would need him to. Kind of expected to be in here. Whoa. Kind of hard to tell where that came from. Because I was like turning at the time. Not up there. No, there. From across the way, maybe? Oh, I just spotted him. He just moved out from behind that tree there. Sometimes, I don't know what it is. Sometimes they just won't fire when they spot me. I'll peek out from cover and they just won't shoot at me. I don't know for sure if there's going to be bot changes in the early access version. I just assume that there will be, because a lot of the feedback that I've seen about this game has strictly to do with the bots. Ugh! That hit me. Okay, dude. I get it. Like, that guy was on it, to the effect where as soon as I appeared in his vision, he was pulling the trigger, and I got hit. So some bots really capable, other bots not so capable. Don't know where the ceiling for that is. And there's no difficulty slider, there's no, like, I don't know, calibration for that in the vanilla game to be able to deal with the difficulty. Just gonna chew up a bunch of these medications real quick. Beautiful. Cool. Awesome. Great. Okay, so I've killed a small handful of these guys so far. What was that? 3? Was that 3 or 4? Can't even remember now. There's no metric to go by. There's no measure for how many bots are left. No telling whether they're in the buildings or out in the woods until it's too late. Until they've spotted me or I'm in the house and they're shooting me from the bathroom. Everyone's least favorite time. I want to say that most of the time bots won't be behind closed doors, because I don't think they close doors. Do they close doors? if they've like entered a space and they had to open the door to get there, then the door will remain open, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. It remains to be seen. But this is just a good test of how things work as I run around for the run and gun purposes. Was that a guy, or am I just hallucinating? Did I like see movement over there? No, I'm just tripping. I'll go check. I suppose the single boon to the sprint in this game is that you've got a lot of sprinting stamina, so you can run for a long time and cover a lot of distance faster than just walking. Okay. I don't know, maybe I saw like just a blob of the graphics from distance while I was looking around. Because I don't see anybody now. What was that? That is bullets. It's 223. Okay. Nothing. Out of curiosity, I'm just going to see what the generalist has for sale right now. He's got some crates, shotgun shells, the carpet, micro, EXPS, some sights, juice, suppressor, and a PRO. Wow. If I needed any of that stuff, this would be really useful. Bandage. Could go for the bandage. Let's see, I've got 1,161 in value now. Could get the bandage, I guess the bullets, the peas I'll take, I suppose. I've only got 32 seconds to make a decision. Let's see here. I'll take the... No, that's too much. The coat rack. Some more soda. And the meat. That's like a perfect trade. Congratulations. Very cool. Alright, just another quick romp around. Let's take a look around here. We'll just sort of run around the outfield. The regions outside the village in this map really quickly just to demonstrate it. See if there's anybody out here. And then I'll tie this one off. If there's anything in particular you want me to demonstrate about this demo before early access lands while I'm doing these videos, go ahead and let me know. I like to, whoop, there's one. He's not paying any attention at all either. So he was just roaming around out here. Slowly, gun up. Hunting, I suppose, right? That's what we'll call it. He was out here hunting small game. Looking to get a rabbit for dinner. There's the border. This is not like the border in terms of like game lore. This is literally the edge of the game map. You can't get past this tape. There's nothing over there anyway. It just drops off into the abyss. Here, as you can see, marked by this sign, which is a trail sign, as I understand. It's a trail marker in Finland in like forests and national parks and whatnot. This is the transition zone to the minefield. As you can see, there's actually a cost in time, energy, and hydration to actually get there. So there's no more big floating sign up in the sky. You're gonna have to watch for these signs, these markers here, and then, whoa boy, approach it and activate it in order to make the transition. Someone shot at me from over there. I don't think I checked this little building before, did I? I don't think so. Nope. There's just another bandit corpse out here and a tent. So there's a potential for loot in here. Nothing today. And a TV up on a pallet. Not connected to any power. Light a fire. Body temp is getting down to 60, so I'll just try to regain some body temperature. Repack this magazine. Reload. And then fully pack that magazine. whoever shot at me isn't trying really hard to kill me. Appreciate that. Oh, my hydration's falling. Let me drink. I'll drink a juice. Okay. Body temp is up to 92, that's good. So, I mean, as you can see, the map is larger. That's always good. There's not stuff out in the woods to get, like you can't like chop up wood or anything. Like there's no harvesting or whatever. It's just more space. And I would assume that it's all in preparation for the early access version. Maybe there will be some inclusion, maybe there will be some use for the extra space out here in the woods. I have to assume that these won't be here, like the barriers maybe won't be here, and the forest will extend farther out. You could maybe stake out in the trees, just hide, or like be chased into the woods maybe, I don't know. The random events, like the actual dynamic events that happen in your raid, will be taking place. So things like weather events and military appearances, the bandit van, stuff like that. Power outages. Not that there's much power to speak of here. So that'll make things more interesting. Certainly more dynamic and add to the flow. In the meantime, there's just this. There's this road that obviously travels in that direction, but it doesn't go anywhere. There's no reason to approach here. It doesn't go anyplace. And there haven't been any more bots roaming around these trees. This hill goes down in that direction. There's another campsite. I forgot about this one. Check the tents. There's some stuff. Light the fire. There's a magazine. AKM. May as well keep that. Can't use these mattresses that are laying around, but there is the mattress roll item that you can buy and possibly find also that you can use to rest out of the field. I don't know if you have to be indoors when you use it or not, but you can use that to pass time outside of the shelter right now in this demo. Doesn't seem really safe, but, you know, what's the matter, right? Almost made it all the way around. There's that creepy face again. The footsteps do sound kind of silly to me still, because it's like I'm walking. This seems pretty normal at this speed, but then when I hit sprint, he's like already at that like pace of foot, but I'm not moving very fast. Just kind of feels like running in a dream. Can't go fast enough. This is a good spot to fish because it's generally pretty safe. So if you get the fishing rod, you come out here, you start fishing. Most of the time, not going to have any problem from the bots. I don't think they like wander in this direction. They can shoot in this direction, but I've never had a bot come over here while I'm here. So that's fine. And now I'm all the way back to the cabin, the starting point. So there's very little else to see. We've already gone in that direction. There's the dock over there. I was swimming here earlier in the night in my previous raid. And that's really about it. So in the next video, I'm going to pass through the village, go to the Minefield. We're going to investigate that, take a look around, see what all there is to see. I'll show you how to get through it as safely as possible. To get to the apartments map, which is the final one here in the demo. There are only 3 maps to get to. Not a whole lot to do. And it doesn't seem like there's anybody over here, so I may as well just call it at this point completely. Go back to the cabin, secure my character, which of course going into the cabin does save your game. That is one of the best utilities of the shelter at present. So, thanks for watching, thanks for checking this out with me. If you want, you can find me on Discord, Club StarVox. Links to everything in the description below. If you want to check out this demo, it's free on Steam. The early access version comes out on April 7th. We're all really looking forward to that. It's going to be a great time. And I'm going to have more videos leading up to that point as well here in the demo. So, see you next time. Thanks for coming.